hold on now. Before you watch part 2, make sure you saw part 1. Yeah, part 1. Our 6 through number 10. This is only 1 through 5. Then come back, watch part 2, and you can see if my number 1 is better than Coach's number 1. Here's a hint. It's a lot better. Now, let's continue the video.
My number 5 is going to shock you.
Oh, really?
My number 5.
Ooh, let's see then.
Man.
See if you can shock Junkman. I doubt that. Unless you do Golden Girl.
Boy, did I love these action figures.
Wood,
fire, water, Battle Beast. Let's freaking go, dude.
Now I'm surprised that one. Battle Beast.
Man, I had 50 of them. I think they came out with 76 different ones before the laser versions. But I absolutely love these. Great, like, sculptures. Like, they were so much fun. You rub that hologram in the middle to see what they were. I bought a collection from somebody a few years ago. I had no idea. There was this tin container at the bottom of this big, huge box. I just been getting all this stuff out.
Yeah.
The tin container, I have no clue what's inside. I open it up, and it's like 50 Battle Beasts with their weapons. And I was like, oh, my gosh. Like, it was crazy. So I love this action figure. This is a very underrated action figure.
Yeah, I forgot about it till you brought it up. And I was like, oh, I would. Man, yeah, I forgot all about those.
Bro, they are so expensive today. If you find one mint on card, holy crap. Get ready, $300-$400.
Well, they look better than most.
I used to go to Hills, and they had 8 packs. So there'd be 8 in one. Yeah.
Man, I never had them, but I remember them at the store and everything. Well, you know what year they started?
87, I believe.
Yeah, so I was out of it, but I was still looking at the stores. But now, what did they do? They shot stuff, right?
They literally moved their arms like this, and that was it.
I think you like mini stuff that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they shot something off of me. I was wrong. Yeah, the chat room says you're on fire. Another home run.
Let's go.
See, we got to get I don't know. We're going to have Coach back next time. I can't believe I laughed at my alien line. Okay. Let's see what my number 5 is. See if I can beat that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to beat that. You ready? I might not beat you, but I'm going to beat you on the 5 and 5. I'm going to beat you on the 5 and 5 because everybody in the room is going to say, I didn't have it. I didn't have it. They're going to say, I didn't even know about it, but I had every one of this line. Again, most of yours is based on TV shows, and most of mine are based on movies. I realize that. I don't know why. I don't know if that means anything, but it's something I noticed.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Still popular today. Number 5, Kenners. Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark line. I love this line. I wish I kept them as a kid. I had the map room. I had all the figures. Well, most of the figures. I didn't buy Marion. I had I think I was missing some of
How could you not buy Marion? My God.
I never saw Marion. I remember looking for Marion.
You don't like money?
I wish I kept them. I wish in the 90s when I was buying the vintage Star Wars stuff, I picked up some Indiana Jones stuff because they were cheap.
Dude, you find an Indy with his thumbs still intact today. You're a lucky man.
Yeah, I got one over here with no thumb.
Look at those thumbs, son. The thumbs are coming off.
Luckily, Hasbro's re-released some of these, the retro line, so at least I got those now. But I got the 12-inch as a kid too. 12-inch Indiana Jones. Yes, it got a stupid Panama looking hat, that Panama bear hat, but I loved it. And I love playing with these figures. I love the whip. I love the quick draw action, the map room. I didn't have the street. I know, what an odd playset. A street playset.
The Streets of Cairo.
Yeah, I didn't have that one, but I had the map room and I had where you put the arc. That little arc, gold arc, I would love to just have that arc again.
That was a really good action figure set. That's a really good choice, bro. That's a really good choice.
Thank you.
I'll give you props for that.
Yeah. I didn't put Temple of Doom on here. I almost did because there's only 3 figures, and I did have them all, but there wasn't much play value with them because there was only 3.
Well, and the figures weren't.
Yeah.
LJN dropped the ball on those.
No, yeah, I got a Indiana Jones over here. He looks like an insurance salesman.
The best thing about the toy itself is the packaging. The card backs were great.
Yes. I would love to have one on card.
Yeah.
At least an Indy. because it was like, yeah, I saw one up there in Nashville, and it was like $500. It was something crazy.
I know they gouge you at the events, man.
Yeah, and they're hard to find on card too. But but I love that. A lot of people I talked to said I don't even remember seeing them when I was a kid. I don't even remember them being in the stores. But
yeah,
I can remember going down the escalator at a Sears, and I guess it was Christmas time because they usually didn't have toys. Getting off over by the TV against the wall, they had a whole wall of all the Kenner Indiana Jones stuff, and I was like, "Mom, there's my Christmas." So I ran and sat on Santa Claus's lap, and he said, "Get out of here! You're 14 years old." Okay.
All right, is it my turn?
You're at number 4.
Right. Number 4. So me and my friend Michael, he's got a YouTube channel too.
Oh, French.
We really love this toy figure line. This toy figure line, I have to tell you the one that I'm actually talking about. But it is Voltron, and I'm not talking about the Panache Palace figures. I'm talking about the Bandai, Go Lion diecast right here that you see on the right side. Like, this is one of the greatest toys of my generation. By far.
Yeah,
you might not even a big fan of the show, and you loved this Voltron. 1981 Go Lion from Bandai. They've re-released it multiple times, and this Junkman is on my reacquire list. I will have this again. I had the 97 re-release.
Yeah.
But I don't want a re-release. I want, even though it looked exact, I want the original, so but yeah, that's definitely my number 4.
It's a cool looking, like, you're going to kill me. The chat room is going to kill me. I never even heard of the toy line or the TV show until I was in the 90s. I don't know where. I don't know how I didn't know about it.
How you missed that?
I don't know how. I guess I was watching Chipmunks too much, or Smurfs. But it looks awesome, and I've seen it. I've seen it in person.
Is a great TV series, and if you will watch it in its original Japanese, you're talking about like gory, like some disturbing images,
really,
cannibalism and people getting their arms ripped off, and but even the show here, when it got to the States, they dubbed it. Such a great show.
Yeah, somebody mentioned Shogun Warrior. I almost put that on my list. It's kind of like that, more of a 70s. And I'll test your. I bet you don't know. Did you ever watch Space Giants?
No.
Do you know what it is?
Nope.
Okay. I like to see who didn't know, because it was the Power Rangers of the early 80s.
Okay.
Well, actually, I think it was in Japan in the 60s, early 70s, and it came to TBS in the 80s. And it was good as a kid, but it is horrible to watch now. But it's kind of like Voltron too. But this really got me back into action figures more than anything. More than the Star Wars. This is probably 92.
This has got to be Star Trek: The Next Generation.
No, based on a TV show, so you got close.
From Galoob.
It's from Kenner.
Of course.
Of course it is. And it is Batman, the animated series figure line. This is awesome. It could have been number 1 just because they look so dang good.
I agree.
Bought all the villains. I bought like doubles of them. The only one I didn't buy was the original Batman, and that's the one that's worth a lot of money today, and I can't get
combat built.
Yeah, Combat. Yeah, he was like the normal looking one. And I don't know why I didn't buy him. Oh, and everybody wanted Bane. Bane was a big one to find. And I can remember they had them on pegs on an end cap at Toys R Us, and we were looking through and we saw the card for Bane. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Pulled it off the peg, and it was a Batman on a Bane card.
So this is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yes, the show was good,
but the figures did not make my top 10. I really liked the figures. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, I thought you were going to bash them.
Man, when Mask of the Phantasm came out, that Phantasm figure, it's the girl, but the pull down mask and all that stuff. So awesome, dude.
Yeah, I got that.
I actually had the Kenner animated series Batmobile sealed in the box.
Oh, that was a cool
one. About a year ago, and I turned it loose.
That's a cool one to have. And then they had the play. I never got any of this vehicles or the play sets, but just the figures. The villains were so good in that line.
How about that Harley Quinn figure, man?
No,
that was a great figure.
Yeah, And she started on the anime series, and then where she
did
kind of hit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought so. And that Bane again, but the Two-Face looked good. So I can say her name all. Penguin. Everybody was crazy about them. Mm-hmm. Okay. Your number 3.
My number 3. It was really hard to put this at number 3 and not number 2. Mm-hmm. But I sat and I thought about it and I thought about it, and I finally bit the bullet. I will tell you that there was a couple years in my life that every time my mother took me to Hills, and I would go straight to the toy section by myself, unsupervised, the first figures I would go and look at right here, Transformers.
I thought that was going to be your number 2.
No doubt about it. I remember the day I had every Transformer you see in this picture right here. I had Devastator. I had Optimus Prime. I had Power Master Optimus Prime. I had Shockwave up there. Got him for Christmas Day, 1987. It snowed outside. All of my neighbors wanted to have a outside play gunfight. I was using my new Shockwave. They were so jealous, dude.
The Shockwave, the gun?
Yeah. Oh,
I had the gun. That's the only one I had was a P-38.
Soundwave. I had all the cassettes. I will never forget. And on my recollecting list is a Bumblebee mint on card. That's of all the ones that I want mint on card.
Yeah,
give me Bumblebee and I'm happy. Because I still remember vividly the day my mother bought that for me.
Really?
Mom, that's the one I want. I want Bumblebee. Okay.
I would love that Shockwave. I wonder I bet it goes for a lot, don't it?
A lot of money, dude.
Even loose?
You could probably get it loose for 75 to 100.
I can remember laying in my bed just playing with that thing. And I'm going to shock you again. I've never seen one episode of the Transformers. I see a little bit of the Michael Bay movie, and I was like, ugh. I never saw the animated movie or the cartoon series.
Transformers Season 3. The Return of Optimus Prime, 2-part series, the greatest moment in cartoon history, when Skylynx says, "Our leader is back." And then Optimus Prime stands up back from the dead, and he says, "Yes, Skylynx, and this time, no force in the universe can stop me." I still get chill bumps today, brother.
Is that as good as the time Happy Smurf found a mirror and he saw the plan for the takeover of the Smurf village by Azrael?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. I think so. I don't know why Transformers I had the Shockwave, and I remember the Optimus Prime wanting it, but I don't know why I never watched. It must have came on the same time HeMan came on or something in my area, because everybody else was into it, but I wasn't.
So long story short, I fell off a roof in 1988 and landed on my head on concrete, and they had to med flight me to a hospital.
Oof. Oh, you're laughing.
It was bad. It was bad. Okay. But when I regained consciousness a couple days later, my mother asked me, "Your uncle is going to Toys R Us. Is there anything you want?" And I said, "Yes, Mother." She said, "What?" I said, "I want Power Master Optimus Prime." And you know what? It was worth it.
You jumped off the roof for it. Be honest. You probably asked for it. They said no. You went in there and jumped off the roof. And like, I'll get it. Oh, that's great. Number 3, probably my favorite thing to collect in the 90s. You ready for this? It's not on your list. It should be. Star Trek Playmates Next Generation figures. Go ahead and cover your face. This was awesome. I know people. I was looking for low foot numbers. I was buying every one I could. In fact, at first I said, I'm just going to buy a Borg. And then next thing I know, I had every damn one. I didn't even watch Deep Space Nine. I was buying all the figures. I got the play sets. I got everything. I love this line. Now you can buy them for about $3 a piece. So I need to go back and get them. But yeah, I love setting up scenes.
I mentioned this line earlier.
Yeah.
You looked
right before this
when I said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant that as a joke.
No, how could you not have this? I don't know how anybody couldn't have this. This will go in the Hall of Fame of action figures. I mean, really.
No, dude. This is Hall of Shame. This is bad.
Oh, what?
This is bad.
What? You like Next Generation?
I love the show. The toys suck.
No, how they look great.
They suck.
Other than when you sit them in a chair, they're they split their legs up.
You took your Picard, said, Earl Grey, Earl Grey. Is that what you did?
Yeah.
No.
I loved them. They were so fun. They made like almost everything you can think of. There were so many of them. Somebody's got to show me some love here.
Can I recover this stream, please? Can we move on?
I did not like Next Generation. Hey, it's better than the glue ones.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Your number 2 is not.
My number 2 is an easy choice. 1982 through about 1987.
Okay.
It's G.I. Joe for me all day long.
I
was wrestling. Oh my God. How could you not get into G.I. Joe?
Never liked G.I. Joe.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Never liked G.I. Joe.
Look at this Cobra officer right here, dude.
I didn't like rubber band figures.
Look at this Cobra commander. Look at this Destro.
Oh, they look good. I had a motorcycle guy. That's all I had.
Look at this gung ho right here. I mean, look at this Ace. Man, bro, these action figures were the best. They were the GOAT. Like, and again, look, I'm saying it again. Bucket list. I'm gonna reacquire a big. Not all. I don't want all. That's part of my problem. When I start collecting, I'm like, I gotta have all of them.
Yes, I know what you mean. Can I tell you, I've never seen a G.I. Joe cartoon episode.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You ready for my number?
Look, it's going to be better than your number 3. I promise.
You think you know what my number 2 was?
I'm going to say Shogun Warriors.
It was on your list.
Clash of the Titans.
Oh, no. Man, that would have been a good one. Here we go. What a small picture over there. Come up. It won't be too small. HeMan.
Okay. My number 10, number 2.
Yes. I mean, they might not have been the best, but I fell in love with them so much. I kept at my grandma's house so they wouldn't get lost. And I went over there and I laid on the floor and I played HeMan, Castle Grayskull all day and night. Just loved it. And it's the next thing to Star Wars I can say when it comes to toys. When I think toys, Star Wars and then HeMan.
Sure.
So, I love it. I don't know. We got more to say in it. We already talked about it, but
it's my number 10 and your number 2. That could tip the scales on some poll votes.
That is.
Yep.
And I'll let you reveal number 1, but I'm pretty sure we got the same number 1.
It's gonna be the same one for both of us. And look, I got to say this, so my number 1.
If you say black hole, I'm coming up there.
No, bro, my number 1 is the Inspector Gadget series.
Oh, Inspector Gadget.
My number 1 is Kenner Star Wars.
Of course.
All day long. Now, look, if it weren't for the movies, if you literally just held a Kenner Star Wars figure up next to any G.I. Joe figure, the Star Wars figures is losing. Hasbro made a far superior toy, but Star Wars had something that G.I. Joe didn't have, and that's the movies and that's the imagination. And there will
had rubber bands in them, and they fall over.
But they had articulation, son. They could move.
Hated articulation
anywhere you wanted. So it's an easy number 1 for me to have Star Wars there. Yep. I used to trade my G.I. Joes for Star Wars figures that I didn't have.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted an R5D4 so bad. I traded three G.I. Joes for an
R5D4.
R5D4?
Yeah. Nobody wanted an R5D4, did they?
I love the droids, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess if you were in the droids. At least you didn't see an FX7. And then I would have the.
Yeah, that's kind of I'm with you.
Yeah, at least not a trade for him. But yeah, I mean, this is the king of toy line. It and G.I. Joe. I'll give you G.I. Joe. Them are the two 80s toy lines when you think, they're the, like I said, if you did a Hall of Fame or Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Transformers is there with them, to me.
Yeah.
To me, those are the big 3. you know.
Maybe He-Man. I might squeeze He-Man in there. Like if you do a Mount Rushmore top 4 all time, I think you do Transformers, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, and He-Man would be. Well, at least we had a different list. So at least we didn't do a top 10 list if everybody had the same thing. So that's good.
That's true. That's true.
It could have been. That could have been boring.
By the way, I'm not trying to count my chickens before they hatch, but I have an 18-point lead in the poll.
Yes, I'm stopping the poll before I look even worse. Coach wins at 59%. Junkman loses at 41%.
Yes.
But I tell you what. Okay, I guess we're going to get out of here.
All right. Thanks for having me, brother. Chat,
thank you, guys. And
enjoy hanging out, man. They already know who wins.
I'm in this stream. Bye, guys.
Wait, he's going to edit it. He's going to win.
I won.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.